Hey, welcome to BioSmash. I'm Jo, I'm a science teacher, and I'm going to help you understand specialised cells. This will be the first of two videos. The next one will go into more detail, but today we'll focus on the basics. And if you keep listening, by the end of the video, you'll be able to identify 5 specialised cells and describe their job. So before we begin, a quick reminder, our body is made of billions of cells. We use the word multicellular to describe us because we are made of many cells. If you want to revise these ideas, check out the link below for our other video, What Are Cells? So to start with, think of a city. We need food for all the people in the city, so there are shops that produce food. We need to find ways to move the people and the food around the city. We also need ways to send messages around the city. We need a place to teach the people of the city key information. And we need to look after the health of the people living in the city. In a similar way to the city, there are lots of jobs that need to be done within our body. We need to move the parts of the body. We need to find food and break it down. We need to keep ourselves safe, so for example, moving away from something that could burn us. And we need to fight diseases that can make the body ill. We also need to be able to make more living things. There are many people living inside the city and many jobs that need to be done. So instead of everybody trying to do all of the jobs, each person in the city becomes specialised to do just one job. So between all of the people, all of the jobs get done. So for example, the postman is specialised in sending messages around the city. And he is adapted his job, he's trained to do that. Some of the people living in the city become specialised as taxi drivers, and the drivers are specialised to help to move things around the city. Some people in the city decide to specialise in education, like the teacher who trains and becomes very specialised at being able to help people to understand things. And we also have other people who specialise in being able to provide food, like the baker. And then again, we have other people that decide to specialise in healthcare and learning how to look after people in the city's health. So just as the people in the city became specialised to do one particular job, each cell in the body specialises to take on one special job. So the first cell we'll look at are muscle cells. Some cells take on the job of moving the body. Some of our cells specialise to become parts of muscles, and these muscles can get shorter in order to move our body to help us do things like run and kick footballs. These specialised cells are called muscle cells. Muscle cells are really good at changing their shape. When they get shorter, they make the muscle shorter, and this is when we say the muscle is contracting, and this is what helps to move our body. Our next type of cell is a nerve cell. To kick the football, your brain needs to send a message to your leg muscle. This message travels down a nerve cell. So on this picture, the green line is the picture of an electrical signal travelling from the brain to the muscle, and it's travelling down a nerve cell. A nerve cell is a bit like an electrical wire. When we switch on this switch, an electrical signal travels up the wire to the lamp to make the light come on. Because nerve cells have to carry messages over a long distance, they are very long and very thin. And like the wire on the lamp, nerve cells carry electrical signals. The third type of cell we'll look at today are sperm cells. So you can recognise sperm cells by their shape. They've got a long tail to help them swim towards an egg cell. And when the sperm reaches the egg cell, one of the sperm fertilises it. This makes the egg cells start to divide and make an embryo, which will grow into a baby. So we've already mentioned our fourth type of cell, egg cells. The egg cell is much larger than the sperm cell because it doesn't have to swim and it contains nutrients for the new life. Look at how much smaller the sperm cells are than the egg cell. Our fifth type of cell is a red blood cell. Red blood cells are really important for carrying oxygen around the body in the blood. Here you can see the brown molecules of oxygen have stuck to the red blood cell, which is floating through the blood in a similar way to if you were sitting on a dinghy floating through a river. So time for a quick quiz to see how much you've remembered. Can you recognise this cell? Hopefully you identified it as a muscle cell. What about this one? Did you say sperm cell? And finally, how about this one? Did you recognise it as a nerve cell? Well done for reaching the end of the video. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube to learn more key biology ideas.